KC from China KC on vacay mode. We back around on a Tuesday again, so this is Tech Tuesday. It's going to be about how to use TubeBuddy to grow your YouTube channel. I have a lot of guys, a lot of people were asking about, showing them how to use TubeBuddy, and we're going to go through a little bit of it so you can know how to use TubeBuddy to navigate through it and different things like that. I'm going to show you the most important areas to look through as you're going through TubeBuddy, because not a lot of stuff you're going to understand in the beginning, but over time you will understand it. But I'm gonna just definitely show you, how to navigate through it, because I had to learn it on my own. I did check out a few other YouTube channels and stuff like that, but over time I was able to understand. Because even if they're telling you, I still didn't understand what they were talking about until I started figuring it out myself. So what we do is, if you're coming into the channel and more likely you needed help, into learning how to, saying, grow this world in YouTube, just like we all are doing all at the same time. So I'm here, to help support and grow, all of us together. And today is going to be about TubeBuddy, and we're going to do a tutorial and a review of it, of how it helped my channel out, and the ways to use it to best grow your channel and see how it's working. A lot that's the problem. A lot of times we don't know really like how our channels are being viewed. Hey, how's it going, girl? How you doing? You know, uh, you know. Oh, no problem. Anytime. You're welcome. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you from the beginning of how to set up TubeBuddy. Well, just do a little small, brief tutorial of it, where to go. Oh, press the wrong one. Let's see what happened to it. But anyway, I'm about to get ready to bring this channel over. This page over, so you guys can see what I'm seeing on my end, as far as on my page. There we go. So how's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, this is the beginning of the page of my page of of YouTube. I'm going to show you how to navigate to get into TubeBuddy. Um, it might look a little different on my end, but you guys probably should be able to see it. I'm going to enlarge it so you guys can see a little bit bigger on what to do. Well, I'll keep myself in there so you guys can see it. But anyway, um, everybody can see it clearly. Okay, so I'm trying to navigate this. All right, I'm gonna enlarge it. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get into the different. What's up, JB? What's good with you, bro? Good to see you, man. I was checking out your little recipes you had going there. Yeah, I'm about to get to this YouTube tutorial. I'm about to get head over into uh, my TubeBuddy account so you can see what it's all about. A lot of people have used it before. A lot of people look at it like, man, it's a whole bunch of lines and stuff like that or whatever. And some people may not even understand it altogether. To me, I feel like they should make a way more simpler version of this, saying, explaining it from A to B, because a lot of people don't really understand what are they even talking about. I had to learn it myself and navigate it, over time, and I got to understand what they mean by click rates and this and that. So I'm gonna go into where TubeBuddy is, where you go get the link at. This is my account. So I'm about to go into the TubeBuddy dash. It's gonna go over to a separate area where this is how you just sign in. So here's the main page of TubeBuddy. You see at the top that it's certified by YouTube. So this is what YouTube uses. Uses along with TubeBuddy. they do recommend, saying you learn this tool because it does help you out. YouTube has their own analytics, but it doesn't have the breakdown that TubeBuddy has. TubeBuddy actually helps you with a few little things, with your, when you're creating your video and stuff like that. So I'm about to go into the as far as the right here on the right hand side at the top, that's where you would sign in. If you had an account, all you need is your Google account to straight to your YouTube account that you have, and it links right into it for free with no issues and no problem. They do have one if to pay for, but I don't necessarily see there's a reason for it, paying for it. If you get way up there, high up, then it might be a reason for it. For in the beginning, it helps you with the basics. So that's what I liked about it. What I'm saying, it did help me with the basics, understanding my tags, understanding the click rates of analytics and stuff like that, and as well as understanding like how your videos, which ones are ranking higher than others and stuff like that. They always say to follow. You can test out all your different videos when you uploading content, and this is one way to do it. So we're about to go into it. I'm about to go back to it. I'm just showing you how where you sign in at. It's something like that. I'm already signed in. So once you're signed in, um, let me see if we can go back to it. I'm sure I did. If it didn't switch over, or it may not have switched over. Let me show you again because I'm using this new little software. Okay, so it didn't switch over. So I'm gonna show you. Let me see. I'm gonna switch the screen over to how it looks in the TubeBuddy screen. I thought I already had switched over, but I see it didn't. All right. Okay. So what I was explaining was this was the sign in page where you normally sign in for YouTube. I mean for TubeBuddy. And like I was saying at the top, real quick, that it was certified by YouTube to use TubeBuddy. They kind of linked together, became buddy buddy. So this is their system of how they, read your channel, just like how you read your channel. Or how to learn how to read your channel. This is what they go through looking at when they judge and your channel and stuff like that. But this is also too how you figure out where if your video is doing good or not. This is or if your thumbnail is some people clicking on, or they passing it up. This is where you find all this at. So, like I said, you sign in on the right, and I'm about to go back to the original page. Um, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a link in the description after the video, so you guys can definitely sign up for it. It's free, it's no charge, and they do have a paid version, but like I said, it's not worth it. It's probably worth it later. Sometimes they give deals where they may do like a one-time price of $40 for life and stuff like that. That's cool, but I don't see paying monthly for it. Right away until you start your channel growing, stuff like that, and then move on to the next one. But yeah, the next, excuse me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one down, and I'm gonna actually put up the one that I had before my actual page of my YouTube channel because that's where I'm gonna show you how you navigate it, the TubeBuddy, how it works together. So I'm back at the original page, that you guys were looking at before, and in here, it shows my name, title, and stuff like that, the type of TubeBuddy I have, and stuff like that. We see here on the right hand corner, how you find it. What you do once you done signed in, locked in, and everything like that. Apologize for that phone ringing. Who's this? Anyways, sorry about that. Uh, um, what you do is see up here at the top, it's once you sign in everything, it's actually going to make a little icon. It's going to stay up there every time you log into your YouTube account, and it's going to be a little TB, say emblem and stuff like that. That's for TubeBuddy and stuff like that. What you do is you click on it. Well, you see here, on the right hand side, it tells you the dashboard, so my video playlist, live stream comments, same thing you would see in YouTube, but they actually, linked it together where you can, look at it in in a fine way, about everything that you going on in your channel. So the first thing what I normally do when I go into it, to see the whole dashboard, see what's going on my channel, is I click on dashboard. Let's see, did it? Yeah, I click on dashboard. So let me see if it changed. Should have changed with it, but I'm not sure. How this new little setup is working. But yeah, I'm waiting for it to load. But anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna go back to StreamYard. What did you say? You added it. Oh, you added it because now on here you see the subscribers and stuff like that. You see all your subscribers. I use it for both of my channels. I have two channels, and this is one of them. And you see, your analytics and stuff like that. You see your they tell you news, different things, different little updates and stuff like that that you need to know for when TubeBuddy is updating. Letting you know what's going on. You also too you see your subscribers, as well. But the main point that people really using YouTube for me is the analytics. So normally, you go into the press a little red button again, the TubeBuddy red button, and that's the most important area that actually is why you go in. Why I prefer TubeBuddy to be used because your analytics. You got to know your analytics. Really to understand what's really going on with your channel. So normally, you know how it's growing. The overall of how your entire channel is going. How many people are viewing your channel daily and stuff like that. See here, this is. I'm gonna show you. This is for 28 days. But if I go into let me see, 365 days, it shows you, the amount of views and stuff like that. So we see, when I started back earlier this year, how it was low as far as you see how it had a little spike on it and stuff like that. Because one of my videos that kind of did a little small viral in one day and stuff like that. And you see how it going. Now, if you were flatlining all the way across, that means you weren't doing right and doing well at all, and you had to look at that and stuff like that. But what you want to see is some people just they strike it rich, so to speak, and they can spike really high. My you see my watch times are over 180 K in the past 4 months. Watch time. And the views are 32,000 as well as the subscribers. And like when you start making money, this is where you find out your revenue or what you're going to be making. When you get your 4K and you're past your 1,000 subscribers, this is where you definitely keep a track of your money and your finances that comes in. Because like I said, they won't break off money until it's over $100. So you got to also to remember that too. So this is how you keep a track of it. So if you don't make, $100, they're not going to pay you because I think they pay you every 21st of the month. And if you don't hit 100, It's just gonna stay there to the next month, like that. So you want to make sure, this is where you keep an eye out of it, eye out on it to make sure you know you within that $100 or more range. You try to do more than that. You don't want to stay at the minimum of 100, but the minimum of 100 is what they will pay you if that's all you coming in with for the month. The reaction time and stuff like, I mean, reaction research. You want to know how your channel is going. You see how it's going up. You know, you want to know like your click, impressions. This is where you find out. Like I got an 8.0% in click on my videos and stuff like that. So that's an average of all of my videos. Each one of them has their own breakdown on the pages and stuff like that. Engagement. You know, this is engagement. So this also tells you like what's the average time that people are, how long they are watching your video overall. As far as all your videos that you have. Like if you've been there for, you have a channel that's been up for over a year, then you go to your left hand corner, and click on it, to do for the year, and see how well your channel is. The reason why I went back that far, my channel, because this one is not that long. I have other ones that are longer, but this one is has a shorter time. I mean, shorter time on this one. And then like your audience, you want to find out where everybody's coming into your channel to watch you. I'm gonna scroll down because most of mine is a lot of my views are from non-subscribers, and and I see right here, you can tell like 86% of people that are non-subscribers are watching my video, and we see that others that are about 12%. What you want to do is you want to have equal in value of how many people watching your videos. So you want to at least have 50-50. I mean, I'm still trying to work on people subscribing, but the type of industry that I'm in as far as my channel dealing with vacation, a lot of people are just in and out. They want to watch the video, see, what helps them out, and they out. A lot of people just in the YouTube channel, what I'm saying? A lot of them be, subscribers that are other content creators, so that's that 12%, like that. But if you look at like, say for instance, if it was a talk show or a cooking channel and stuff like that, or barbecue, like JB and them guys, you might have a longer percentage because people come back to that more than one time. I'm not saying the travel does it and stuff like that. It just depends on what you're talking about. So you might have a recipe. They may, everybody, that's overall everybody you want, to know about, from no matter what background or race or whatever like that. Everybody wants to see about that. Now, I don't normally use um, YouTube Studio. I normally go into the classic version because the classic version, is way more understandable because they're still working on the beta of YouTube Studio, so they're still trying to update it where it's understandable to everybody. So when I'm using it, I use both of them, but it's more simplified in the classic version of YouTube. So I mostly use the classic version. But let me get back to everybody. Does everybody, everybody still with me? Just trying to see if everybody understand what's going on. Hello, hello, everybody. Hey, Morris, Jackie. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Because what I'm doing is I'm doing simultaneously on two different computers. So one I can see you, and one I'm just delayed. Yeah, it's delayed on my channel. On my computer because you know. But anyway, I can see everybody up. up to date, stuff like that. Now, you were asking, were you asking about a fee? Because I could go into the fees as far as on there. I mean, they have different ones. They have some that are like between $10 and $20 a month and stuff like that. Some are 19. They give you different software too, for music and stuff like that. If you do paid versions and stuff. But YouTube have their own music, so I don't really, I don't really need that. And then, I mean, I got friends that make music, so I don't really need to go back and forth with trying to, you know, try to do the little copyright thing. So, but anyway, here in this page, I want to show you guys something because a lot of people don't know where they can find their minutes from. And that's one of the most important things. I mean, the hours, and I don't know why this mouse kicked out on me. Right here, right here on the left hand side. The left hand side screen is where you find your hours. Saying how your channel doing. Because some people, I even talked to some folks. Some folks didn't even know where to find that at. So I understand. There's folks that might be more advanced than others, but like I was saying, I'm helping smaller channels, those that don't know. Saying where these things are at. On their channel. So right here, under YouTube, it says Creator Studio, Dash, Video Manager, Video Stream, Community Channel. This is where you find it at. You actually press on. Let me see where. Let's see if it works. You actually click on channel. That's where you find out. You click on channel, and right here in here, all the requirements for your channel is right in here. So you want to make sure everything is in green. That means that's when you qualify for monetization. What I'm saying? That's when you're eligible. What I'm saying? So you can see right here it says not eligible under monetize because I haven't got my hours, but everything else I've gotten, stuff like that. So even though you may get your hours, you may get your hours. You may not be qualified for the rest of the stuff because you didn't do some of the other things that were required. So a lot of times when you're starting out new, all this stuff is in red. Let me take down some. Oh, well, let me take this down so you can be able to see it. A lot of times, let me take this border down. Yeah, there we get back over here. Now, up in here, this is where you find out about everything about what you're looking for. So, if you need to brand your channel, the branding is in here. The monetization is in here. Everything is to your left. Saying if you want to, this is all the technical part that you need to know as far as a YouTube creator about your channel. You need to know this exactly. Besides analytics. But all this information right here is what you need to know, to get you qualified for monetization. So if you got anything green, you got to make sure, you took care of all these things, because I mean, and they're real simple and fast. Normally a smaller channel, y'all can get this out the way in your first, probably 10 videos or something like that. You can get a lot of it out the way. Well, here I'm gonna click on monetization right here. I don't mind, showing you, what's going on. And right here, you see all the check off lists right here, to apply for monetization. This is all, your requirements. It tells you your requirements. What I'm saying? It's asking if, it tells you what you need. 4,000 watch hours, what I'm saying 12 months, 4,000 watch hours in your previous months. And also, too, you must have 1,000 subscribers, and that's in there too. And see, you want to make sure that these different things you have done, accent required, YouTube partner terms accepted, and monetization preference set. And then at the bottom, it just just 4 steps you got to go through, and you see down here is your watch hours. So what I'm saying, see, I only need about 100, probably less than 100 subscribers, and about what I'm saying, about 12, probably 1,000 more watch hours, and then I'll be eligible to apply for monetization. But I always recommend, don't wait, don't just when you hit 1K start applying. I mean to 4K to start applying for it. So get your hours up a little bit more, because the reason why you want your hours up a little bit more is because they can drop off. YouTube is kind of finicky with stuff. I was hearing about JB was saying about his hours. I think it was hours or something like that. And I was also too talking to Venus how their charge was fluctuating. So you want to get a little bit further away from that. Some people, what I'm saying, lucky. But if you get, if yours drop past 1,000 subscribers, then you got to start over with your monetization. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at both of them. Don't hang at 4,000, and don't hang at 1,000 subscribers. You want to get a little bit past that. You know what I'm saying? Because anything could happen, and if you drop off, you gotta start that process all over again. That's one thing that I know. Everybody put in hard work to what I'm saying, to make content and view, and do live streams and stuff like that, to be knocked off, and and put all that work in to had to start all over again. So, that's something I don't want to, I don't recommend that y'all like hang around 1,000 and hang around 4,000, in watch towers and subscribers. And one way to not do that is your subscribers should be based off of your content. You know what I'm saying? If you're making good content, you're going to have strong subscribers. But if you just got folks just subbing for subbing, they're not gonna hang in with you. They may be in there, for that time being, and then you all of a sudden see your numbers start going out because people don't really, so they're not interested in your channel because they would just subbing. They just wanted you on their channel. You know what I'm saying, like that. So they want like knock you off. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like, because they don't care about you. But that's why I like the community that we're all in. We're all involved with each other. We all like each other. We all talk to each other, communicate. You know what I'm saying, like that. You have to get a bond and a relationship with your viewers. Even other content creators too, because they may not be in your same niche of channel, but they also too, but they are in the same road to getting to this monetization. I mean, it ain't all about monetization for me. You know what I'm saying? When you got other agendas for your channel, what I'm saying, that don't bother you. That don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the platform is what, what I'm saying, stands out for me, because, I'm getting a wide range of, what I'm saying, tons of thousands of people to talk to and see what I'm doing and stuff like that. Just like, I was talking to JB, and he was talking about, he had some things that he haven't planned too. This is a good platform for that. Monetization is just one part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's like if you listen to anybody that's really serious about the monetization, the money ain't a big deal because they take a big chunk out of it, just like taxes and stuff like that. But if you get enough, what I'm saying, volume of people watching your video, then you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? But if you making, like, say for instance, minimum wage, and then federal, you get federal and state taking out your check, you know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing on it. But say for instance, if you making a job paying $17 an hour, you know what I'm saying, they take it out, you really don't see you don't really affect you as much as they do if you're making small money. So that's why some people don't complain, because they making that big time money on monetization on the YouTube. But see, you have other channels that focus on, what I'm saying, making their own commercials, making their own products, making their own, ideas, and using it and using this platform to make their own money, and they ain't worried about getting no money through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They getting money out in their own pocket by whatever they sell to the audience that the audience want. I mean, because a lot of women I see out there, they do, makeup, videos. They also, I see women doing hair products where they selling hair products and stuff like that, or natural chemicals. I know one guy, I follow him. He does a lot of herbs and stuff like that, to help the body out. These things people want because they see how bad these medicines are out there. So they folks go back to them, a lot. So it's just all about what you're doing. That's why monetization is just one part of it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to think about in certain countries, the monetization is good for them. You know what I'm saying? Where in other countries, it's like a little bit of nothing. I mean, you have to, like I said, like people go viral in order for them to even see anything and stuff like that. But not being discouraging on the monetization, you just got to look at the realistic point of understanding monetization, because when you get down to details about the finances, it's always taxes, is always, they get their part out of your video. Mind you, you doing them a favor by putting up videos. They ain't doing you a favor. They just like pretty much tipping you, saying thank you for doing the video. Saying bringing value into their, saying platform of YouTube. So you gotta always look at that. It's not they not out there to really want to pay you. They don't really care. Saying they really want to get the people in to get them ads. Saying because they get paid huge for it. So think about if they can pay somebody $1 million. You saying how much more you thinking they gonna get? They getting off that $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it that way. When you look at it, so you got to always have another plan. The plan B, you got to get affiliated links. You know what I'm saying? You got to get, open up a website where you selling products for whatever you're doing, stuff like that. You got to get sponsorships. What I'm saying? Branding, merch, different things like that that are outside of YouTube, but you're using this as a platform to keep because people are looking at you and they cool with you, so they don't mind buying from you because you got a relationship with them and stuff like that. And a lot of times we all support each other. So what I'm saying, we try to support our community anyway. You know, so a lot of people like to support the community. But anyway, back to the channel. As far as that, but that's how you find the monetization. So once again, it's right here to the left. You click on channel, and that's how it comes up. And and then you click on either monetization, listed to the left, or you can go to right here where it says learn more under monetization and stuff like that. And that's how you find that. But let me slide on back to the TubeBuddy, to show you the other little features they have and stuff like that because they do have. I mean, they do have a lot of things that I feel that are worth it for free. So ain't nothing wrong with getting the free one. You know what I'm saying? Don't wreck your brain trying to say I got to figure all this out at one time. You don't want to get wrapped up in that. Right here, I'm clicking on my videos so you can see the back view of my videos and stuff like that. Once you in here, it shows you kind of the same similarities of YouTube and stuff like that. But I'm gonna click on one of my videos so you can see the tags of how YouTube work. Because you notice that everything, in the on the screen, you got the tube buddy next to it, so we see how it linked together. So saying it helps you, through your channel and stuff like that. It shows how you can schedule it, and also too, once you download, or I mean, once you not download, once you link it, it's not nothing downloaded on your computer. It only links to your channel. So what you can do is they have an app. They have a YouTube app. I mean, TubeBuddy app. I apologize for that. They got a TubeBuddy app that you can link on your phone to keep up with your analytics, keep up with your comments, keep up with your your how your channel's doing. It also too shows like your growth in your the palm of your hand, so you don't have to keep running back and forth home, or grab your laptop. It's on your phone, saying, and look at it, stuff like that. And don't forget to download what's a YouTube Studio, because that's also too a good app. I have a video of that, explaining about that too. Well, let me go into. I'm gonna go into this first video that I did to show you how this Tubebuddy works. I go to the romantic cruise idea video. Now, that's the one I just uploaded this weekend. So you can check it out. Um, I'm gonna show you how TubeBuddy is supported towards the different videos. Now you can also too. Hold on, let me slide this down. Okay. Now see right here where you see the tags are in first place for all the video, all the tags I put in and stuff like that. So those tags are in first place because when you're going through the tag TubeBuddy, I mean tags, saying generator, where it tells you how your tags is performing. You know, this is what I like about it, because one thing how you figure out your tags is use Google, use YouTube, in their search column. Whatever the first thing comes up, you follow along with that even when you're in your videos. I mean, what I mean is looking for the same similar titles to your videos, to another person's video, and see what's the first. I always look at the first three videos, it's within the video I'm trying to make, and I go through their videos, and yes, I copy information they have, because people are looking for their video in the same era. You have to actually stay along with them, but you can make your name unique too at the same time, but stay within the same title that you're looking at, because they're going to be your competition. So you want to stay around their video, because if you're the first three videos, like all mine is number one, they're gonna see mine first when they first click on it, and and you want to stay within the three, like say the top five. So because sometimes people scroll through them and stuff like that, and you want to those are safe. So to for people to click on. What we see here, um, this is how you read. It reads it. It tells you about if it got any competition. The competition is heavy. It's a big competition. It's in the green, as well as the optimization strength is in the green. But you see the volume of search is small, and which is good for this video, because that means that it's not a lot of people searching, but it can be in time. But I'm still with the title, I'm still number one because I made a unique title, even though I saw several titles. I kind of like put them together, took words out, but stayed around the same thing. So I still kept cruising there. I still kept celebrating, and then I was like rekindling love and stuff like that. And ideas, so it's kind of put it in those areas. So it don't always put it in the cruise areas. It might put it in a romance or talking about romantic things and stuff like that. That you want to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it might slide it over into a cruise area, but you want to wide, it may have a wide range title where more than one subject. What I'm saying? I hope I'm explaining it right. More than one subject can be put in more than one subject. Should put it like that, and it be suggested to other people, not just cruise, not just vacation, but also to love, romantic, romance stuff. So I use all those words in the title, so it would be in different people's titles, because some when you're thinking about romance, you don't think about cruise. What I'm saying? You think about maybe room, or or going on vacation, or beach settings and stuff like that. So, and people talk about this stuff. So other people vlog these things but they don't vlog cruises. They may vlog, going somewhere else or saying a sweet or Valentine. So in Valentine, dealing with Valentine, you're dealing with romance, celebrating, and stuff like that. So those are the type of words that you want to look up. I mean, those are the type of words. Let me show you the bottom. Oh, this is one thing. This is how I know where my video is. To when you actually type in your name or type in a tag, right? You can press results. Probably really faint, can't see it, but it say results, and you see where my video is in the ranking. In the ranking of my video, you see that it's let me see, right here at the bottom it says search results. Well, you see my chat, see my video is number one. And that's good to see TubeBuddy. That's what I like about TubeBuddy. It's called Keyword Explorer. This is where you find out your keywords of your videos. You know what I'm saying? Where people can find it. But you see, mine is at the first. Mine is at the top. Okay. Then if you look at the second one, it's somebody else. They got romance and relationships. They're number two. You know what I'm saying? You said what's that word? What says want to work on a cruise ship? I mean, that's not related to mine. So you know what I'm saying? So if somebody really looking for romance, they're not going to click on working on the ship. They're going to click on me and see at the bottom the number two video. It says relationship. See, it's funny. You play on words. You know what I'm saying? We're cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? So I put ship in there and see somebody put relationship, love, friendship, hookup, stuff like that. Cruise ships and stuff. So it's playing with the words to see, but this is help you see who's in your competition, all on this row of videos. So you go through it, and this is how I choose, what I'm saying, the right wording to put into my video. Now, that may sound like a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you know, I put forth a lot of effort to try to make my videos because I want them to continue to hit. And what I'm saying, people coming in and stuff like that. Cause like, say for instance, in JB channel, he talk about barbecue, like that. Or some people talk about mukbang and stuff like that. So imagine how many people are doing that. It's tons, it's thousands of people doing that. But how do you stand out from the rest? How you can stand out from the rest is figure words, play on words that you become unique, but you're still in that same, category of barbecue, but you want to be something a little bit different at the same time. So I mean, because they may have tons of pulled pork shoulders, how to make it, or what I'm saying, baby back ribs, but you might say baby back ribs with my Korean sauce, like that. Then you get two areas. You going into the Korean area, you going into the barbecue. So you being pushed on these different platforms, with different cultures and stuff like that. So that's how you get out there. That's how you get in different areas, instead of being stuck. Well, barbecue, you might get a whole bunch of people with barbecue and stuff like that, but it's all about what you say, in your video. It's in your title and in your description and in your tags. Those are key things. Titles, description, tags. Those all have to be the same, similar names, and then you can write the rest of the descriptions in there, over, in time. You know, but that's how you do that as far as with the keywords with the keywords. So that's why my video right here, even though it say 108 views, it's not going to stay at 108 because it keep going up. So that's what you want to do. You don't want your videos to stay at a certain number. You got to figure out a way where you keep advancing your numbers, your view numbers. If your view numbers keep going up, that's what you want, because that means there's watch time people doing. There's more watch hours being calculated into your hours. Because the thing is it's not 4,000 that everybody trying to reach. Everybody trying to actually keep up with that 4,000. It's about surpassing it. If you way past it, because you got to mind you, when you hit that year, though, that 4,000 start chipping off. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to have a front end that's still keeping up your time. So you got to look at it like that too. You know what I'm saying? 4,000 is not the finish in the finish line. Actually, that's just the beginning. But once it depends on too how fast you get it. Now you take a whole year to get 4,000. You know what I'm saying? That's not good because you know what I'm saying because that means that your channel is not keeping up with the time. I mean, mind you, my channel, and I'm not bragging about it, is I worked on trying to figure it out. My channel got almost 3,000 views. I mean, 3,000 hours in about six. No, 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 no. That's over exaggerating. I got about 3,000 views in about 4 months. And that's good because then I can continue for the rest of the 12 months of building hours on that. And once you got enough, once you just go keep building and building. So even though if it's maybe the hours may be chopping down, what I'm saying, every 365 days, because it's gonna chop off every day after it hit that year. What I'm saying? That's when it's gonna start chopping off your hours. So you want to continue to keep up your hours, what I'm saying, with your audience, what I'm saying, from that point on. Like, you don't want to wait till your year you just at 4,000 because it's hard, to stay monetized that way. That's the reason why I'm saying that. It's all about monetization, trying to stay. If you worried about those hours of 4,000, you got to put in work on what kind of content you're going to put out to everybody that's actually watching it. And I always say, you haven't making content. Think about why a person will go search, or why say this month is higher than next month. Because even in cruises or in travel, we're in travel, that we have a travel season. Then it's a drop, it drops off. So we have to keep up content, to keep people coming back. That's how you got to think about your channel. Everybody has a season. Some people just have like when you're dealing with conversation, or as far as like talk shows and news or something like that, that's always interesting to somebody. So that's not like something that's going to fall off. But you know what I'm saying? But and like recipes and cooking, that's not something that falls off. But just regular conversation that's meaningless, that's gonna fall off. People are not gonna really go back to that. What I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh, okay, really, that ain't really nothing. But like bang, people like that. It's exciting. So some people say it's a fad, but right now it's a big fad. That everybody, what I'm saying, into. So that's something that people like, but it's all about dealing with your competition, because there's not just us just doing mukbang. You got also two things. Mukbang thing came from us. It came from Japan, Korea, Japan. When they were doing it, and it was just a regular thing they were just doing because that was just them. What I'm saying, like that. So there's a large volume of that culture doing that. And we just coming on the back end of it. And so you got to look at that too and see that's the best competition to look at and see what they're doing, how they draw their audience in, because you would like to draw that audience into your channel watching you too. What I'm saying? Because that's just a little insider with that. But anyway, back to the little Tubebuddy thing. So this is how you check to see where your thumbnails is ranking, because they do compare your thumbnail to other people's thumbnails, and this is how you find out about it. The next thing, as far as one thing I like about TubeBuddy is, they tell you right here the best practices. What I'm saying? They normally give you about 13, between 10 to 13 practices. So they like share it on Twitter. Heart. Get a heart from somebody. Get a reply from a comment. Pin a comment up. Make a playlist. Put a thumbnail on there. And all these little basic practice fundamentals just it really work. When I started using all of them, it might be detailed, but when I start using all of them, I start noticing a change in my videos. I started noticing a change. I was thinking like, man, ain't nobody about to click on this little eye icon in the top of my video, but sure enough, people was, because on the studio app analytics, it shows that it shows that people actually click on it. So they tell you how many people clicking on it too, and which is good. So I was shocked at that. Also, to your end cards. The end cards are saying basically videos that you put on the end of your video to suggest the next video. So always put something similar to the next video, like the link to the next video, because say for example, I did romance. I may do a couple something. It's just some staying within the same area. Like that. Of type of videos. So people could stay in tune to want to watch the rest of those videos, and then that's how you get them intrigued. Now here at the bottom, here, as far as using TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy actually gives you tags. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to really figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to type up and try to figure out what tag work. They actually tell you what tags. You can actually add these tags in if you don't want to figure them out. But make sure your title, description, and tags are the same. The first thing that you put up there. You know what I'm saying? And everything else you can add in there. Look at the similarities. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put anything in there, but you want to make sure you put, like I said, dating advice. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. This, mind you, this is the one about, ideas for a romantic cruise and stuff like that. So you got to look through them and see which one that you want to put in there. And like I said, in the tags, you only have about 500 words you can actually put in there. So you want to use it like a tree. Use your first line for your title. Then like slowly go smaller, smaller, and say dating or honeymoon or wedding, stuff like that. Whatever people type in, look at stuff. That's what you want to do here, because you stay within that realm of words and stuff like that. You more readily can be found. So that's one thing that's cool about that. And it's good to make a playlist, for that, because I made a separate playlist, for romantic tips, because me and my wife, we're a couple, so obviously we're gonna make more and more videos kind of geared to couples, but also too, so we're gonna do things for singles and stuff like that, so we can have a wide range of options for everybody, but that's your tags and stuff like that. Use it up here. If you get different packages, these are the different things that can come with TubeBuddy if you want to buy them and stuff like that. But you can publish your video, ahead of time. I mean, it gives you different promos of what things to suggest. They got tell you how your thumbnail generator, how that's going on. How you can make a different thumbnail, stuff like that. Because when you're creating your thumbnail, TubeBuddy has something where you can compare your thumbnail to other people. So if your thumbnail looking kind of little, kind of toe up, you can tell, who's your competition, and if yours ain't ranked, kind of, don't fit the par, what I'm saying, they'll let you. They're not gonna let you know, but you can tell from the other thumbnails which one that they would click on before yours. So that's why you want to come close or better. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you see my thumbnail, right? I mean, you don't see us in there, but you see a thumbnail. Romance. You know what I'm saying? And, in the UK and stuff like that. Two people dressed up romantically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody looking for that, they're gonna look like, oh, okay, romantic cruise, that is okay, cool. And then at the bottom, there's special occasions and stuff like that. It's just trying to think out the box. Because you got to think about it. There's millions of titles, tags, and thumbnails people writing in there, and some of it's all the same and stuff like that. So you gotta try to be unique and stand out out from the rest. What else I had? What else? Okay, this mouse is irritating. All right, I'm gonna get y'all back to the beginning. Yeah. And also too, TubeBuddy tells you your milestones and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? How how fast you're growing. Like, I just hit 4,000 views the other week. And then what was cool is I was looking between October 6th and October 15th. I made another 5,000 views within a 10 day period. So it tells you how well you're doing and stuff like that. It has, like, points and stuff, whatever, to pat you on the back how well you're doing, so you know, like, what, you won't be in the dark basically on how you're doing on your channel. So it tell you about your subscribers. It goes from like 10, 20, 30. It goes up on your subscribers. So it tells you every so often when how your subscribers getting big. You see, right here. See, if you look at it, it says, 0 subscribers because I had put my subscribers private. Yeah, that just, how I had my channel. But what we see here, it says, 40,000K. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm already halfway through the views, and that's good. And it's showing that I had 80 uploads as far as my videos. You got to look at that too. It's like if you got 200 videos and you haven't even made it to these numbers, like, what I'm saying, you gotta look at that. What I'm saying, you gotta look at the quality of your video. It may not even be the video. It may be just you may not have a thumbnail on there. You may be just showing your face or somebody picking somebody else over you. Or you may not even have tags. It's like if you got a mukbang about McDonald's and you don't have McDonald's in there, it's like how are they gonna find you? If somebody type it in McDonald's or McDonald reviews or something like that, or a Big Mac review, they won't know if you don't have it in your tag and stuff like that. So in our next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video based off of specific tags. You know what I'm saying, and show you how the tags tie in with different videos and stuff like that, and how to do the search on Google and YouTube. Google and YouTube, mind you, Google is YouTube. YouTube is Google. So, they have the same search engine. So when you're searching for something, type in the first thing, say if you type in mukbang like that, see what the next word is within the list. Same with YouTube. See what the next word is and with the list, and play off the words and stuff like that as well. But you want to, if you're a mukbang and you're not even put that in the title, then you can't even be found fast enough. You want to be found like the first thing. You want to be the first 10 videos. You want to be the one found in there. Because I mean, once you get down to the thousands or hundreds of videos, you're gonna get lost in that. So you want to always like I always change my videos up. I mean, change my thumbnails up if they drop. What I'm saying? Because I want to keep my video always fresh. So yeah, it sounds like work, but that's something that if you want to be successful and keep your channel running successfully, you got to keep up with it. I know I haven't asked anybody to thumbs up, but please, if y'all can thumbs up the channel, I really appreciate that. Um, let me back out here, make this so y'all can see me. But I know I was doing a lot of talking, so I can see you guys as well. But yeah, trying to think of what happened to that. Okay, yeah, but let me see. Everybody still well. I got a few people with me. I appreciate y'all hanging in there. Uh, um, but it's really TubeBuddy is not that difficult to deal with. It just in the beginning you gotta just take your time at it. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush through it because you're gonna be like trying to figure out what's this all about? What's that all about? It's like I don't understand this. I don't understand that. Like, why is that? I'm about to go to the analytics because I didn't really go through fully the analytics of how it works, but I'm about to go into analytics right now. And where is this? I'm gonna stay with the classic analytics because I mean, the thing is if you already advanced and know how to do this, then you understand what I mean. But those that don't understand, it's just you take one at a time, one thing at a time, and how to deal with it and how to figure it out. Because like I said, it ain't easy. It get easy over time when you're learning it. And that's the whole thing is when you're learning it, you get easy over time. This is just the basic front page of how everything works. Let me see what's going on my screen. Okay, let me get this back up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to a video so you can understand what's going on with as far as the analytics video. This video. Um, First time already. Oh, this is you ever wonder how saying how do you know about your likes? Like where if you look to the left, it shows uh 480 likes. If you want to know as a whole how all your videos are doing. Also, too, how many comments? I got 1,200 comments, and I got over 122 videos being shared. That's shared by me. That's me sharing my videos, and I got 9 dislikes. I mean, you're always going to find trolls in your channel, but actually, trolls or counts are numbers as well. So it's not a bad thing. Even though they might thumbs down. I heard in 2020, they're going to take the thumbs down out. So, just think about that as well. Um, right here, it shows my video. Mr. Sancho's is my #1 video. That's how you understand your channel. You know what I'm saying? Understand what's making views and what's not. And not saying that they won't make it views later, but don't remove channels that are not doing good. They may do good later because you may do good on one of your channels and they may watch the rest of them. So don't take them off or remove them or take them down. Always keep your channels going. If you want to see, who's watching your channel, I got I got 58% women watching, where you got, saying 42. So it's kind of almost 50-50 as far as who's watching my channel and stuff like that. Where the traffic is coming in, this is where you want to know where your traffic coming in. See, I use a lot. I promote my videos on YouTube and different channels. That's why in one of my videos I mentioned about the YouTube channel, and I was talking about it's good to have a YouTube channel because I'm sorry, it's good to have a Facebook channel, Facebook, to put your YouTube on there because you see here majority of my views are from Facebook, but they're suggested by other browsers and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to see where I'm at. Like in the beginning, you're not gonna get these type of ratings right away. Some people like they ridiculously all over the place with numbers and stuff like that. Where most of my views are being over 98% is being viewed in the United States, where Canada is 1.7, United Kingdom is 0.3, and so on and so forth. So, I got so that I mean, and that's good. What I'm saying, you start to break into other different cultures and stuff like that. That's cool. But this is where you find out like who's watching your videos. So who's looking at your videos, stuff like that. What background? On my phone analytics through YouTube Studio, it shows you the ages too, the age range. Some people mukbangs, they have a whole lot of kids watching their videos, where mine may have like kind of 50-50 older, and in the 40s and stuff like that watching my video because most of the time people are retirees or people that's got jobs and stuff like that. So you ain't gonna see a lot of kids, on there unless they want to watch it to see how it is before they go on cruise. But that's not gonna really be picked up right away, you know. But it's a lot of ways, like all these different ways. I mean, sorry, all these different analytics to the left of the view. These are all the different ways to check out your channel, like devices. I'm gonna click on devices. Because I'm not gonna be able to go through all this. You guys can go through every single one of these because there's tons of them. I don't go through all of them because not all of them I really care to view. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the basic stuff that I'm looking for. And most of it is my times and hours and stuff like that. Where here, it looks kind of weird because it got little lines, swiggly lines up and down and stuff like that. But it's telling me where I'm getting my views from. Apologize for that. Got the phone. Anyway, well, see here, this is a good thing to find out how how people watching your video. This is how you find out where, how, what I'm saying, people watching your videos. Like we see people watching, majority of my videos are being watched on a mobile device, which that is obviously, we know everybody got a phone in their hands. Then the next is, in ranking is television. They're watching my videos on the TV. Some people, and, the next is the computer and laptop. Those are the mainstream. And then we got gamers. Saying gamers can watch they on a game console. So that's where I see where all my views are coming from. Saying so people yeah, they got you on the big screen at home. Most of the people got you on their cell phone because they may be at work or that conveniently it's in their hand. Wherever they travel. So that's how you know. I mean, see, my highest volume right here is you know mobile. So that's how you check it out. If you don't understand it like that, they have different shades of how to figure it out. You could check a different design. To tell you show you a better, a different way like that, so you can understand it much more clear. You see where it shows mobile, TV, computer, tablet, game console. That's how you would know and stuff like that. And the other one, like your subscriber, like this is the main thing you guys, a lot of people worry about. I want to know about is subscribers. Like what I'm saying, when is the highest volume of your subscribers coming into your channel? What I'm saying, like that. So this is how you know too. It's like majority of my subscribers are coming through YouTube. What I'm saying, the YouTube feed and stuff like that. But this is how you know what days your subscribers coming in. Like this was a high one right here. It's at 10:10. Got 40 people that came into the channel and stuff like that. And like I said, once again, that was under subscribers in analytics to find out about where your subscribers go, is coming from. But you can see, and that's within what? Let me see, how many days is that? That's within 28 days. This is a 28-day period. But I can go back, longer than that and show you what it is. Let me see. Uh, the average, yeah. But see, and this is always good. You always want to see, like in the beginning when you first start. I mean, this is 28 days, but it shows it's going up. It's always good it's going up. If you start seeing stuff going down or negative, that means people are dropping off your channel. So this is one way to find out, how well your channel is doing too, and how is it growing or being stagnant, staying at the same spot, or and that's how you find out about it. And this is where saying you find everything out, about everything about your channel, about who's sharing your channel, the likes on your channel, the audience retention, how long people are actually staying in your channel to watch your video. You know what I'm saying? Everything is right here. I mean, it may seem a little hard, but it's not as hard as you think. It's just the fact that you have to actually take the time to figure it out because it can be like anything. Mind you, you can be like, man, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put up a video. Well, if you keep asking yourself why my channel's not growing, then that means that you didn't put the effort into caring about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing is, I looked at it too, like, man, it's like a foreign language to me. I had to figure it out. But over time, you get to learn it, and the thing is, what helps you learn it is TubeBuddy. And that's going back to TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy, to me, on the computer, is harder than using it on the phone. YouTube Studio on the phone actually gives you a better breakdown on your analytics than you do watching it on a computer. Some people can do it on a computer and stuff like that, but there's so much stuff going on, words and lines and this and that, where on your phone it actually is simplified, where you can see where everything is going, where your hours are, where your minutes are, your views are, your traffic are, everything is on the palm of your hand. They made it real simplified. So, what I'm saying, I do recommend, if you want to understand your analytics, do it through there. But when you're doing your stuff on your computer, what I'm saying, as far as TubeBuddy is concerned, TubeBuddy is good for when you uploading, figuring out your name, figuring out your titles, figuring out your tags, like that, and seeing if your what how why is this video ranking higher than this video? So you can compare your two videos, and also too, it can tell you, saying, what people want to see from you. What I'm saying? So if you got a high volume over here and your low volume videos over here, or low subject, then that subject you may might want to talk much about. You might want to talk about this one. They say stay on that subject, the longest, until, hey, ride it till the wheels fall off, because people gonna continue to keep going to that video. I got two videos that's on alcohol, what I'm saying, on the cruise. What I'm saying, like that. They both one of my high volume views. So you got to look at, what I'm saying, what people like. What I'm saying? So if they like that, why would I go off and give them something else? If they like that, I'm gonna keep giving them what they like. So I'm gonna talk about videos about alcohol, I'm gonna talk about the drinks, I'm gonna talk about how to make drinks, I'm gonna talk about that. Just like Mr. Sancho, they want to know about locations, what I'm saying, what it look like, where they going, what I'm saying, your experience, what I'm saying? So why wouldn't I put more videos out like that? So that's how you want to view your channel. The same with, with mukbang and barbecue and talk shows and hairstyle. You just got to find out what in there, what product they want you to keep talking about, or and or what hairstyle or what type of hair, what I'm saying, or hair product they want you to, keep bring it up in order for you to, stay on, in order for you to stay on top of it. But going back to it, but like I said, it's all about brainstorming. Everybody, just know this, that's been watching, or that's been doing this that have been doing this for quite a while. They understand this, but those that don't, it takes time. What I'm saying? So, and like I say, start with something first, and that's why I say start with TubeBuddy. I'm gonna put it in the description, but my other videos have the description in there. This one necessarily doesn't have it, till after I'm done with the live, but I would definitely put it in there. But you know, I hope this definitely helped everybody, because those that are in need of this, you know, I mean, I appreciate everybody networking with each other and talking to each other, stuff like that. But but we all, what I'm saying, trying to make it, what I'm saying, in this little YouTube world, what I'm saying. To me, like I said, it's not about monetization necessarily for me. It's all about making sure that my content is strong enough to hold an audience. What I'm saying? And that's the whole goal, should be for everybody to understand how to hold your audience attention for the longest time. Because some people can watch a video for the first 2 or 3 minutes and then they off of it. What I'm saying? So that means that you only got 2 or 3 minutes out of your video, where you got a 30-minute video. So you want to try to see what you're talking about is keeping their attention. Is your subject relevant to today, or or whatever you're filming is something exciting, or something that people really want to see, or whatever you're talking about, so that people are really listening to. So that's the whole point, as well as, because some people just like, man, I'm on this road to the 4K. I'm going to try to sit on these hours for as long as I can, what I'm saying? And not to talk about my peoples out there, but, I'm not trying to look at no wall what I'm saying, for hours. I like to interact, engage with people, and talk to them and stuff like that. And that's just me. But mind you, said if so, that's one of me. So imagine how many other people are doing the same exact thing, feeling the same exact way. So you have to look at that too. It's like, would you sit there and stare at a wall that nobody's there talking to you, and you're behind there texting, saying through your phone? It's like, people understand you trying to get your hours and stuff like that, but you also too got to be real creative on how you do that too. Because I've seen people, say do a channel where it's just music playing, and so you don't see nobody, but they got, saying thousands of people sitting on their channel watching that music. Saying, and they probably just be sitting there listening to it for hours, and they get all them racked up hours. Saying from all those people, ain't nobody there, but it's just music playing. Saying? So, you have to think out of the box why you doing this, saying? Because the video is going to be worthless at the end of the day. Saying? And niggas, I'm not going to put any videos on I'm not going to put no video up if nobody wants to watch it. So that's the whole point. Saying? I ain't gonna put in all that work, and nobody cares to even look at it. So but anyway, I'm gonna do more, because TubeBuddy is a wide range channel. I mean, wide range platform. So this is gonna be part one of TubeBuddy. I'm gonna get back to it, but I'm also to do a video on the app, because the app is not gonna be that long. It's real, really simple, but it's really cool to have the app too, because you can keep up with everything on your phone as well, on how everything is working out, and stuff like that with your channel. But this is KC from Techie Tuesday, and I appreciate y'all, hanging out with me. I'm sorry I couldn't answer any questions today, but I wanted to explain this, to everybody, so everybody can have a full understanding of how to use TubeBuddy and why to use TubeBuddy, and why they should link it to their channel, because it's important to have TubeBuddy, to understand what's going on. Because we can always upload some, but I don't know how it's working. I don't know, what I'm saying, is it working for my audience? People coming in, why ain't they see? Because let me give you a little thing. TubeBuddy helps you to understand how long people staying in the retention of your video. So they tell you, it's showing you how long people actually watching your video. You know what I'm saying? And they falling off. So you can go back to that video and look at what did you say to make people drop off watching your video. You know what I'm saying? Or did you how you know what I'm saying? Because they say the first 10 minutes is what keeps people's attention. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So people hanging in there, for 30 seconds. Mind you, you can get 30 seconds and it counts. But you want longer than that. You don't want a 30-second video. So you might have to shorten your video to, 2 or 3 minutes, what I'm saying, either to be, better ranked for them to suggest your video. So that's one thing that I want you to take away with this is worry about, what I'm saying, how long your video is being watched first, because that's the key to how YouTube suggests your video. So if you have a 2-minute video and they're watching 50% of it, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? They're watching only a minute of your video, they're going to suggest that video out. Where you got 30-minute video and they only watching 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to do the math. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that makes sense. So just think of it that way, when you're doing your videos, because it has to be catchy. It has to be a reason why they like you and want to come back and forth and stuff like that. But, you know, I appreciate everybody hanging in with me. I know my count went down a little bit or whatever like that, but this necessarily not for everybody. This is just for those that really need the support and help. So this is Casey, like I said, from Sean and Casey on vacay mode. Check us out. We're gonna have our travel videos posted up this week too. But I'm definitely gonna help you guys out. Continue to support you guys. And if there's anything that you want to ask me or let me know or make a video of to help you out, I'm definitely there for you guys. So see you guys in the video and see you guys on vacay mode. See you later.